Hello and welcome to this introduction to Itzamná Automated Construction. My name is Erkan Ali, a founding partner of Itzamná Group Limited, and I head up the marketing, sales and investor liaison department, and I'm looking forward to presenting you our automated construction proposition. So today we are seeking for our phase one part of our project £250,000 to build 2 demonstration models of our Itzy automated construction robot and prime our marketing for sales so we can take orders and start getting the revenue going. We are very passionate and committed about transforming construction for the generations to come. So we're often asked about the name Itzamná. Well, Itzamná is one of the most important deities in Mayan mythology. He's a creator god associated with sky, wisdom, and knowledge. And Itzamná is linked to writing, medicine, and the arts, and often depicted as an elderly man with a prominent nose and toothless mouth. Itzamná is pronounced Itzamná. So there's the inspiration for our name of our company, and I hope you like it. Our vision is very simple. It's equitability and fairness for humanity. And if you think about it, our homes and the places we live are the centre of our world. So our mission is to construct inexpensive buildings faster and with less waste. And this image is one of my favourite examples of 3D construction. The inspiration for the design came from wasp nests. And if you cut a cross section of this property or this building, you will see very intricate patterns and huge amount of strength and construction within the development that could only have been done by 3D construction. There's no way you could have built this structure with traditional methods. So our pitch today is basically the format of our position, why us, our background, the problem that we have identified and how we see it, the projection, if we don't do anything, what will continue to happen, our proposition and proof to support that proposition, and then our ask. What is it we're looking for? How much is our fundraise? So who are we? Itzamná brings together talented specialists, technical expertise and visionary thinking in a world of automated construction solutions. We collaborate and see creativity and innovation as key to moving forward for a greener and more sustainable planet. We are caring and kindred spirits with integrity, good intentions and aspirations to make a positive difference in the world. Here is our executive team made up of Edwin Rowland, our Chief Technical Officer, Chris Sherlock, our Chairperson, Naresh Haldipur, our Finance Director, myself, Erkan Ali, Head of Marketing and Sales and, as I said, Investor Liaison. Michelle Harris will be heading up our administration, Emma Schillebeer, Sales and Investor Liaison, and her husband, Guy Schillebeer, will be part of our operations, and he's the team leader in terms of constructing the robots, the 3D construction robots, and Tony and Paula Branch, who have a background in marketing, sales, and Tony has a background in property construction as well. So you can see a wealth of talent and experience, and we've come together, an international team, to bring to you this opportunity. So Edwin Rowland has been instrumental in the ISO committee, the international standards for 3D construction. He's a passionate leader in the industry and has been consulting for over 7 years in the industry. Our experience. Well, one of the things that I'd really like to commit here is that we are an international team and that there is over 7 years of industry experience, and we are looking to be the global provider of mass-produced and distribute automated construction robots worldwide. We've also produced and manufactured and sold 2 previous models into the market from a time that we're thinking and approach to the problem, or if you like, the solution to build more properties cheaper and faster was different. So our latest versions, which we'll say more about, is a step ahead of anything else in the market. So we've also developed 3D material construction for construction printing and developed a system for training robot operators and teams. One of the things that we're very passionate about is training and support. So what's the problem? Well, I'm sure many of you who are watching this presentation are aware that building costs have risen considerably, labour costs, lengthy construction times, excessive energy and resource use, what we're terming the concrete dilapidation time bomb. There are no buildings over 200 years that have been made out of concrete. So inevitably, these buildings would need to be demolished and replaced at some point, or will incur a great deal of repair requirement. So none of these materials are waterproof or fireproof or firmly insulated well. I live in the Mediterranean in North Cyprus, and I know that concrete built properties are cold in winter and hot in summer and require a lot of energy to keep them cool and warm. Also, adverse impact on worker health. So we're going to demonstrate how we can considerably reduce the impact on building site health and well-being of people who work on building sites. So again, with the problem with excessive waste and increased costs, danger to the environment, internally corroded steel, noisy building sites. I mean, I've got a building site not far from me where I live, and I can hear it all day long. And one of the things that 3D construction can bring is much quieter building sites. Allergy problems, design, and traditional material limitations. You step out your house, drive down the road, you can see how much looks very similar. You know, how the building limitations and costs now are making a lot of properties and buildings look very similar. So our projection, if we don't do anything, what will continue to happen? So without change, the prediction for the future is, 1, governments not meeting house building targets. Now, all of us are aware of this, and I can speak firsthand with the UK in mind. The UK is short 1.5 million houses. And if we look at other countries, poorer countries or much less developed countries, you'll see that the housing shortage will be far higher. Increased global homelessness and poverty is an output of that. Susceptibility to material and labour price increases, rising cost of living and home ownership, what it takes to run a house now. Since the last 2 or 3 years, we've seen gas, electricity, water, and all the commodity prices rise, which is causing much increased cost in running homes now. Skilled labour shortages, continued negative impact on the environment, and ongoing worker health issues. Our proposal. So let me introduce you to Itzy. Itzy is our advanced automated construction robot designed to automate building processes for houses and other large structures. It is a large-scale 3D printer that can extrude concrete, clay, or other building composites layer by layer to create walls, foundations, and other structural components. The solution represents a significant construction industry innovation that will revolutionise building design, construction, and maintenance for generations to come. Itzy is half the price of our competitors at the very least, builds up to 30 times faster than traditional methods, and has a multiple advantage over its competitors. I think one of the highlights of Itzy is the lightweight and easy to transport aspect. Itzy can be dismantled, and transported in a long wheelbase transit van, which means we can reach places that other robots just cannot get there. It's faster to assemble and it's user friendly. We can have our robot up, calibrated and tested, ready to pour in half a day. 3 days later, we could have a building built and packed away and gone. So it's very fast, it's very flexible. The flexibility is incredible. We can put Itzy on top of buildings, we can airlift them into disaster zones and areas that you can't get to by vehicles. And, you know, the only thing that you would need to power Itzy if you didn't have, power lines is low or small capacity generators will run Itzy. So it's a very low energy use machine, and that makes it very versatile. Edwin Rowland often refers to Itzy as the Swiss Army knife of 3D construction. We can improve safety and construct buildings that will last much longer. Some of the materials that we can use in 3D construction printing, the mixes, can be over 1,000 years. And also at the end of that usage, the materials can be recycled. So by using Itzy and the materials that we use, We're 85% greener and as low, and yes, you can see that as a zero, as low as 0% waste. All the shells are recyclable, and new materials, better materials, natural materials such as geopolymers, low impact strong hybrid mixes, and Adobe compressed earth can be used. So many natural materials can be used. It's fireproof and waterproof. Improved energy efficiency for houses, and design possibilities that are dynamic and unlimited. I mean, if you just do a Google search for 3D construction images of properties, you'll see designs that you could never build in traditional materials. Also, we're very passionate and intensely focused on creating properties that basically lower the barrier to home ownership. So geopolymer. Geopolymer is a modern material that's used in construction, and we consider it the future of construction materials through the use of equipment and materials that are faster, better, less expensive, safer, better insulated against heat or cold, and more environmentally friendly. We have the solution to all these problems and more in one answer. Through the use of automated construction printing, we are faster, more stable, better insulated against heat and cold, and less expensive than most other construction companies in the market today. Additionally, by using geopolymer instead of Portland cement or other types of cement, we are more environmentally friendly, safer, and more weather resistant. So for further references and articles on geopolymer, please refer to our latest slides under appendix. Again, quite often we've been asked by developers is how strong is 3D construction? Well, look, if you can build airplane runways with it, then that gives you an idea of what geopolymers can do. So this is an abstract from the Brisbane West Wellcamp Airport, BWWA, become fully operational with commercial flights operated by Qantas Link in November 2014. BWWA was built with approximately 40,000 square metres of geopolymer concrete, making it the largest application of this new class of material in the world. Heavy-duty polymer concrete was used for the turning node, apron, and taxiway pavements using a slip-form paving machine. The proprietary geopolymer concrete, known as earth-friendly concrete, EFC, was found to be well suited for this construction method due to its high flexural tensile strength, low shrinkage, and workability characteristics. So the full report can be seen by this link here. And also, if you'd like this presentation, please let us know. We'll send you a copy ASAP. So what makes it stronger? So if you take the materials, for example, as geopolymer, and add basalt rebar, is basically a recipe for success. And you can build higher, stronger, and more rigidly for longer years use using basalt. Basalt rebar is naturally resistant to alkali, rust, and acids. Moisture penetration from concrete does not spoil, needs no special coating like fiberglass rods. Basalt rebar has the same thermal coefficient expansion as concrete, allowing thinner, lighter panels and decks. Basalt rebar reduces the thickness and spacing between the rods, concrete and surface, much more flexible design. Smaller rods allow for more critical spacing and design. Basalt rebar is easily cut to length with regular tools. Basalt rebar does not conduct electricity or induce fields when exposed to RF energy. Great for MRI or data buildings. Basalt rebar reinforcement is perfect for marine environments and chemical plants where corrosion is a continuous concern. References for basalt in the appendix at the end of this presentation, and you can see that basalt brings amazing strength, flexibility, and building opportunities that would otherwise not exist. So what can you build with 3D automated construction? Well, probably anything you want is our answer, but here are some examples. Residential homes, single-family houses or multi-unit apartments, office buildings, schools. One of the things that we're seeing in the UK at the moment is schools literally basically falling apart. They've come to the end of their use, and we're going to need to rebuild these facilities extra quick. Hospitals, healthcare centres, clinics, affordable housing. We know there are millions of people that live in very temporary accommodations worldwide, and there is a global need to increase the quality and the rate of building globally. Disaster relief shelters, temporary or permanent shelters for disaster affected regions. To be able to build quickly, house and secure populations worldwide, and if needed, to recycle those properties is a complete must in this modern environment of limited resources. Community centres, industrial warehouses, storage facilities, or manufacturing plants. There is something that we're very passionate about and very excited. Once our company gets to the right size, we will build our own factory, plant, offices out of our own 3D construction printers. Military barracks, quarters for personnel, outposts, and secure facilities. And it wasn't until we started to speak to some developers in the UK who are doing what they call airspace construction, which is to build on top of existing buildings. So to do that, you need lighter, more flexible solutions to these problems. Also, rear extensions to existing buildings is another area that can be serviced. You know, one of the things that we've been asked is, are we going to be replacing jobs with 3D construction? No, we'll actually be creating jobs, and here's why. First of all, we're creating a job called 3D construction operator or 3D robot operator. That's a new position that people can retrain for, and we will provide full training. But also, as buildings and constructions are built faster in shorter compressed periods of time, it allows then the next phase of the building, which will be the trades, your electricians, your plumbers, your decorators, and all the other trades that need to go into a property to finish it off. So there'll be new jobs created because properties will be built at a faster rate. So this training, introduction to automated construction printing technology, safety protocols and best practices, machine setup and calibration, understanding and preparing digital blueprints, operational procedures, material management and maintenance, quality control and troubleshooting, and advanced operations and scalability. All training will be done in-house by our highly qualified and experienced team. But also, we'll be building an archive of video training asset and resources for our clients worldwide. Also, we'll have a full support center that will help requirements for information or ability to support our clients and customers in the field. So a bit of a competitor analysis here. As you can see, between Cobalt, Icon, Apiscore and WinSun, over 1.2 billion has been raised by one company and from 300 million up. Our machine is faster, smaller, safer, easier to set up, easier to transport, needs less manpower or people power, and most importantly, costs less. We are at least half the price of existing 3D construction robots. Now, a very important slide here. iMark Group has created a full report on the 3D construction printing market size. And they are saying that the current size in 2023 was $2.1 billion. And by 2032, there will be a market size of 158 billion, which is showing a compounded annual growth rate of 60.1%. And this is a phenomenal growth rate. I mean, that is 8 years. We're going from 2.1 billion to 158 billion in the market. The full report can be seen on the link under on this slide. So our route to market, well, you know, it's all about low-hanging fruit and working with the willing. So we're looking at agile and small owner-operated developers and builders, architects firms, larger developers and construction companies, government and public infrastructure agencies, non-governmental organisations and humanitarian groups, distributors worldwide. So if you're a distributor and you're interested in supplying our 3D construction robot, Itzy, please get in touch. And countries that are primed for automated construction. Now, it's funny, as a team, we feel that you could 3D construct anywhere in the world, but as it's a new industry and an emerging technology, is why not work with the living, with the willing, sorry. So the USA, the UAE, Saudi Arabia, Netherlands, India and China are some of the countries that we've highlighted. For example, Dubai has stated that it would require 30% of all new builds to be 3D construction printed by 2030. We're also often asked about local factors such as planning and regulations. That will be dependent on jurisdiction. And mixes. What mixes do we recommend? Well, dependent on geography, climate, and availability of local materials. One of the things that we are committed to at Itzamná is that all materials for mixes can be sourced and utilised within 50 miles of any development or project location. So here's our proof. We have over 6 years of designing, testing, and building automated construction robots while searching for better, faster, and more efficient ways of construction, leading to many innovations with delivered robots and materials. Through our automated construction robot research and development, we have drastically reduced the size and weight while simultaneously improving flexibility, safety, transportability, setup time, and user cases. Through our materials research and development, we have improved printed buildings' structural integrity, longevity, and thermal properties. We have simultaneously found materials that are accessible globally and locally, making it easier for our Itzy clients to find printable materials locally. And as I've said previously, two previous models have been sold and are in the market, and we have unprecedented experience in this field. Now here's a slide that I'm not too proud of, being originating from the United Kingdom, but this is the World Economic Forum's practical solution to the housing crisis. There is a housing crisis globally, and in the United Kingdom, we are embarrassingly one of the highest countries per 100,000 people of homelessness in the world. And as you can see, it's not a great it's not a great slide. This, I don't really like it. It makes me feel quite upset, if I'm honest. But anyway, if you want to see the full report, please go to the link. And the World Economic Forum has cited 3D construction as a solution to the global housing shortage and homelessness crisis. So Centris UK financial report on housing. The UK is short 1.5 million homes, tackling the most acute housing crisis in living memory. We understand that now that we have a Labour government in the UK, that there'll be a push to build more houses in the UK. For the full report, please click on the blue link. UK government website states that 280,000 people are currently homeless, and rough sleeping statistics reveal a 52% increase between 2010 and 2020. For the full report, the government report, please you go to the link there. So here's some maybe more optimistic news. So we are in the process of building our fourth and latest evolution, hence our funding ask. The new robot will be way ahead in leaps and bounds in terms of flexibility, lightweight, ability to be moved about, and easier to use. We are planning to scale up our production to build 100 robots per year without significant investment, considering we can build our own factory. I think that makes sense. Plans to develop other robotic systems for construction purposes, such as rendering, plastering, and painting the internal and external parts of the buildings. Opportunities to license manufacturing in regions, joint venture with developers to create our own projects. We are already on the hunt for land in the right place at the right price, so we can actually design, build, and sell Itzamná constructed dwellings from beginning to end. We are also going to be looking to lease and rent robots for smaller developers, and we'd like to showcase automated construction in northern Cyprus, where myself, Tony, and Paula Branch are based, and we have a local knowledge in property and construction here in North Cyprus, and it'd be a good excuse for people to come and visit and see what's possible. So if you're thinking of placing an order, or you know someone that might, the first 2 robots will be available for £200,000. This will include pump and mixer. The list price for the robot thereafter will be £270,000 plus VAT, including pump and mixer. It includes full training and support, and our estimated time of delivery is between 4 to 6 weeks of placing an order. If you're looking to place an order, a 50% deposit will be required, and then the balance prior to shipping. These prices, as you can see in front of you, are net of VAT and does not include shipping. Our financial forecasts. Year 1, our estimated sales for year 1 are 10 robots, creating a revenue of 2.5 million sterling and leaving a profit of just over 1 million EBITDA. That's year 1. We feel that these targets are very conservative and we'd expect to do far better than 10. As you can appreciate, we probably sell 10 robots just in Northern Cyprus. Year 2, we plan to sell 25 robots, leaving a profit of 3.3 million. Year 3, 40 robots. Year 4, 65 robots. And year 5, 90 robots with a profit of 13.5 million EBITDA. I think anyone looking at these figures would agree they are hardly ambitious or unattainable. So what's the ask? As we said at the beginning, we're looking for £250,000 for 8.9% of equity in the company. Yes, that's right. Founders get equity. So if you're thinking of investing and you'd like to either fully invest the 250 or part invest, we've already had some investment. We are looking to give shares to those investors, those early partners of ours. We consider your contribution as part of our business and partnership in the business. 8.9% for 250,000. We plan to be in profit by 6 months with a total revenue of 940,000, leaving an EBITDA of 150,000. Not forgetting, we are registering the company as an SCIS, that's Seed Enterprise Investment Scheme, which is basically a HMRC gift. Taxman will give you 50% of your investment. So if you put in £10,000, half of that could be covered by your tax bill. Also, if the company goes bust and we never sell any robots, we never make any money, you can write off 30% of the loss, which leaves you with a very little exposure. Now, we advise you speak to your accountant for exact numbers for your particular situation. Also, we'll be registered for EIS, and EIS basically is enterprise investment, which carries investments from 250,000 up to 5 million. And on those investments, if you're a UK taxpayer, there'll be 30% tax gift from the HMRC. But please speak to your accountant or your financial advisor to give you a better understanding of your particular situation. So phase 1 funding. Year 1, we will be valuing the company at 2.5 million and the 250,000 is part of that. That's the share value. At year 2, 3.3 million EBITDA profit gives us a valuation of 11 million and your shares will be worth $1 million. And by year 5, 13.5 million, giving a 67 million valuation, and your £250,000 will be worth 6 million. There are our projections on a full 250 investment. If you invest £10,000, year 1, your value of your stock will be 10,000, and by year 5, 240,000. If you notice our multiplier, our EBITDA multiplies 2.5 year 1, 3.5 year 2, and then 5 year thereafter. 5-year multiplier, or should I say, sorry, a 5 times multiplier profit is a standard engineering valuation. So we haven't been over ambitious with that valuation. If you'd like to contact us for further information, please visit our website, itzamnagroup.com, or email us on info@itzamnagroup.com. And if you'd like to speak with me personally, please call me on 044 778 181326. This is on WhatsApp. And I will contact you pretty quickly. If you'd like to speak with Emma or Paula or Tony, their numbers are here. We look forward to hearing from you. And reminder, Itzamná Automated Construction is dedicated transforming construction for generations to come. I want to thank you for watching this presentation. If you have any questions about the investment, how it works, why you should get involved, please get in touch with myself. If you have technical inquiries, please get in touch and we'll set up a special call just to orientate you regarding technicalities if you're a developer or builder. And here are the appendices. So that's information on more technical aspects, especially regarding German standards and what's been done in Germany. Appendix on geopolymers. You can go to those articles on geopolymer references. And finally, the basalt references, so you can better understand basalt. So I'd like to say thank you. Appreciate you taking the time. and we look forward to hearing from you. My name's Erkan Ali, part of the Itzamná group, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye.